we have to think about the new servers or the new place where we will put all our stuff in. And for me, this is the more crucial part when we have to perform a migration. I have a rule of thumb: I never move to a new thing or to a new place, to a new provider, call it whatever you want, if I'm not sure that the new place is going to be at least 70% compatible with what we had before. Hello community, today we have a very different type of video to record. We have been going through some kind of migration of our internal website in order to have something more smooth and centralized, to make it easy for people to access and especially to synchronize the people contributing to the community in a more fastest way. So migrating Numerica ideas community have been a very special experience because I didn't have so many time to dedicate to this, especially because it is not like a full-time job. I have so many things happening on my side, more about family stuff, very difficult, challenging sometimes. So what is Numerica Ideas? All of you almost know what it is already. Numerica Ideas is a technical community that help people to grow and to level up, especially people that desire some kind of small stuff like CV reviews, sometimes code reviews, but especially pure technical interview where you can, for example, have a conversation with someone more or less experienced than you in order to challenge you on some question in the topic that you tend to be more expert on, or something that you desire to apply in order to have a job in. We also do pre-recorded video to teach you some technical topics. You can see so many articles that we have released on the blog as well in order to boost your competencies and to be aware of some new practices being used in the industry right now. So it is a good thing for us, it's a good thing for you as well to join the community. We have a Discord server that you can access anytime, of course, and so many other stuff happening behind the scene. Why did we even decide to migrate our stuff? We have some very simple reason. Like I said before, the very first reason is centralization, because we have so many websites deployed on many provider online. It has been very interesting because we have been able to take advantage of so many of these platforms in order to deliver some kind of smooth experience on a website, especially in terms of speed, because our previous blog had something like, I don't know, less than 1 second to render our article on the blog, and it was very interesting. But along the way, sometimes you have to judge between too many factors in order to take some decisions. So, and we have reached a point where the speed was no more the main reason to keep our blog running on certain platforms. That is why we decided to have a very different priority right now, and the cost was the major factor because we were paying sometimes some high cost in order to keep our website separated for no reason. So this is just an example. Just imagine yourself paying for $300 a month to keep your website running, and you don't even use all of these $300. Maybe you use something close to, I don't know, $30 only per month. So it's not worth it. It's like you are wasting money all the time, and you can use that money for something else. Especially this is a community project, and at the base it is very challenging to keep the cost low sometimes. So you have to think about it all the time. So we centralize everything on one platform. Right now on numericaideas.com website, you can see all our stuff, the website, the contact page, the blog as well, and some videos are even going to be republished on the website. But the main place where you can see our videos will still be on YouTube, of course, even if we multi-post or repost the content on social media, and especially with your help, because we noticed that a lot of you also relay what we publish online, and which is very satisfying to see sometimes. I have to confess that. So thank you a lot for doing that. And the second reason for the migration was the automation. It was very tricky to ask for help within the community, to have people, for example, helping me and helping others to move the content from one place to another. Sometimes we have to duplicate our content, which is not good because it is not a full-time job. It is a community project that we are doing together. So sometimes asking people to spend so many hours to move one content from one platform to another just because it is not possible to automate the things more easier, it is not a good thing, especially if you have to do the same things multiple times. You surely have to think about how to automate them in order to make the work easier for anyone. Let me give you an example. If you open the GitHub repository of Numerica ideas right now, you will see we have some kind of synchronization between the article that we publish on the blog, which are going to be kind of fetched regularly because of the feed that we are using, the RSS feed, in order to put the links in the README files, depending on the categories, the tags, and other parameters that we use on the folders in the community directly. So to do that, we have to centralize everything because some platforms didn't allow us to have to be able to synchronize this smoothly, and we use GitHub Actions with the RSS feed. And now, since our content are all centralized, we are able to pick them all over the way from our website and to put them on GitHub immediately. We are doing the same actually right now with the Discord community, because when we release something new, it doesn't matter if it is a YouTube videos or an article, you are surely going to have the link immediately posted on the Discord community for you to be aware of this, because we live in a world where right now attention on social media are very, very difficult to catch. So this is an effort for us to keep you updated with the content that we are releasing quite often. So let's talk about the design right now. We have a good design. At time it wasn't so bad at all, but we wanted something more interesting for you, and we have put so much effort right now to do that. Not only me, I got some help from other people within the community who have some kind of special UI and UX skills. It's the skill that miss for me. I'm not an expert of that, so they kind of helped us to put in place a more sophisticated, very smooth experience on the website in order to provide a very interesting way for you to navigate within the website and didn't feel the pain of either lack of information or bad experience, and especially visual appearing. So right now, if you open the website, you will see it is very different from what we had before, and we like it. I'm sure you will like it as well. We have received so many feedback already, because this is for something like I don't know, 2 weeks that the new website is live now. So we receive some kind of feedback, interesting feedback of course, about the experience, and some other feedback about the security in order to improve what we are doing. Let us know simply, because I don't think it is going to hurt anyone to receive so many feedback for the same thing. So and yeah, about the cost, I said it already. So this allows us to reduce our cost more significantly. Let me move you through the step that we use in order to gradually migrate our stuff from those different providers to the new one, which is more centralized. Yeah, over here you can see that we have completed all the steps already. So I'm not going to go through all of these one after the other, because these are a lot, and I don't know if I miss other step along the way. But the very first thing we had to do is actually to get a new server. So for me, especially because that was the part I was really focused on, because I like migration. So if you take a look at all the precedent videos on the YouTube channel, you will see that I even have some kind of video series where you can move your Java application to the cloud by using Elastic Beanstalk, which is an AWS service. So I really like migration. I like to point it out. So we have to think about the new servers or the new place where we will put all our stuff in. And for me, this is the more crucial part when we have to perform a migration. I have a rule of thumb. I never move to a new thing or to a new place, to a new provider, call it whatever you want, if I'm not sure that the new place is going to be at least 70% compatible with what we had before. I know even if it is less than that, we can use some kind of custom queries, building some script in order to migrate easier. Yeah, I know, but still that depends on the budget that you have. If your budget for the migration is $0 like us, you have to make sure that the new place is way more compatible than the medium, so that you're not going to spend so many time building script in order to migrate the stuff and do the stuff later. So the new place was very compatible with what we have been doing before, so we simply use a WordPress installation right now to make the things more easier for everyone. And especially one of the most trickiest part as well was to move our mailboxes. I'm talking about the professional email that we had on the precedent server to the new one. For that, we have used a very interesting open source project that is called Emap Synchronize. You can have it online if you open it on that website, or with that project you are able to synchronize or to move your mailboxes using the Emap protocol from one server to another. It was a very quick process for us to do, and later we have done the WordPress installation, and of course taking so much time in order to make sure that the website and all the ecosystem around is very secure. And I have some kind of experience to make cPanel and WordPress installation very secure. After that, we had to create the author profile, because previously to that, our profile URL we're using the path that Ghost, if you know Ghost CMS, were provided to us. Yeah, because we are moving from Ghost to WordPress, so we had to create some kind of migration. We had to make sure that the author usernames were the same from the previous provider to the new one. You simply have to create new users on WordPress, and you give the same usernames that you have been using before. And then you have to move the blog post now, the most important part of our ecosystem, because we have thousands of people actually reading our blog post each week, each month. So we have to move all of those blog posts to the new environment. So we have used, if I do remember, a WordPress plugin to do that, but it wasn't quite perfect, because after the experience you had to go over all the articles again, a tricky thing, and make sure that the titles, the text, and the link included in the articles were correct. So it took quite some time as well, because if you take a look at the date over here, it is since the 2 November 2023 that we started the migration, and it took quite 1 month, I would say, but not a full month of work, because it is not something that we spend too much time on it like a full-time job. I said it before. And then in the article, since we were using this course to manage the comment, we also had to make sure that the comment that we had in the precedent links were going to be used with the new links, because the blog was managed on a subdomain before, and now it is managed on the root domain of numericaideas.com. It is no more blog.numericaideas.com. So the chances, this course provide a migration tool that helps you to move your articles and the comment and all the interaction that you had before from one domain to another. So we used to that. And especially we had S3 integration with CloudFront in order to make our images load experience more faster on the website. We used the same process, but now we had to install a WordPress plugin which is going to perform that for us, because before we had to do it some kind of manually, but now there is a WordPress plugin. More easier, of course, to do that. One of the other things that we had to do, I won't go over all the steps because something are going to be repetitive, but one of the major things that we had to decide on are the redirect. It is very important, because just imagine you have thousands of people reading your content online, and one day you decide to change the links of the articles and other content, and they click on it, or they just do some Google search online and they can't access your content anymore. That is not good. So we had to perform some kind of 301 redirect in order for to all the precedent link to still work. And if I show you what we have done, it is something similar to this. If you open, for example, the precedent link, everything that started with blog.numericaideas.com, this last directive are going to be redirected to the new blog, which is under the root domain of Numerica ideas and other stuff like the author link that we had to fix, the cheat sheet as well, the DevOps articles category, the tag, and so much thing like that. So everything works now as expected. Even the Google search, the domain authority that we had before is maintained because we have redirected everything all around. And try to open our GitHub profile, we see that we have synchronized this as well. Let me try to open it. Maybe I can. If I open the GitHub repository of Numerica ideas, you can see that the new links are getting used immediately. For example, in the README file over here of the organization GitHub profile, the latest articles are being printed on the right side over here. And take a look at the link just down on the bottom corner. We'll see that the new link are getting used. It's no more blog.numericaidea.com, but numericaidea.com/blog, sorry, and so on, which is very nice. And everything remains as expected. The community repository is the same. Try to open it. You will see in each category, for example, career, you will see we have some new articles which are using the correct link. For example, if I click on this, I'm going to see the content published on the new blog. This is a good experience, and we have put so many hours of work in order to have this working as expected. Especially I have now to clear everything out, like the ReactJS database that we had on Amazon. I had deleted, and some resources on Heroku as well. Delete in order to keep the cost low. Of course, why am I going to pay for something that I'm not using anymore? And yeah, of course, we had to optimize some images as well on the website. So like using a simple tool online to optimize the feature image to make them lower, we were able to reduce some kind of image that had 5 megabyte of size to something more smaller, like 300 kilobyte, or sometimes even 50 kilobyte, which is nice, trust me. So that is how we succeeded to move all our stuff from Ghost CMS to WordPress and from other places, because we had so many websites before, but now it is a single centralized place in which you have access to everything. And now you will see so many things coming from the community. So this content is now very appreciable. Everything is well described on the website, because I had so many people contacting me to have to have more information about what we are doing, which is nice. I don't complain, or even contacting other people within the community. That is still great right now. Don't forget to go on the website to see everything that we are doing right now. Okay, yeah, that is it. I hope you like the video, and don't forget, let us know if you have some recommendation for us to make everything to make things better. It is always a great thing to receive feedback from people who follow us or from people who appreciate what we are doing. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye for now. The most important action you can take right away to support us are to subscribe to our YouTube channel to be kept posted of new videos, or register to our newsletter to be amongst the first to read our technical pieces, and join our Discord server to interact with like-minded people.